What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to your April 2021 general reading. This is going to be for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. But of course, it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, so definitely check out your other placements, okay? Welcome to April. Happy New Year. It is the beginning of the astrological year, right? So we are in first house energy, which has a lot to do with the self-image, the ego, all the things that are connected to Aries. This month, we'll have a new moon coming up on the 11th in Aries, right? So a great time to set new intentions, kind of do your goal setting for the year or for the next 6 months type thing. And then we'll also have a full moon in Scorpio at the end of the month, which is going to be on the 26th. Now that's going to be interesting for you guys because it's going to be actually activating your 11th house, which has a lot to do with social causes, your friends, your circles, right? Community, all those types of things, everything that is connected to that Aquarius energy. And it's interesting because you did get a death card here, and that is Scorpio energy. So definitely want to clarify that to see what that's about. There may be some shifting going on within your circles or the causes that you're a part of. And I say that also because you did get a partnership oracle card. So we'll look into that. But other than that, overall for you, even though we are dealing with first house energy, for you guys, it's going to be connected to your fourth house energy, which is about family and like your emotional well-being and foundations and the mother. It's all the things that are connected to Cancer. So there may be a lot of family things popping up in your life as well, which is really interesting because you actually got the Six of Cups as your overall unseen energy. Six of Cups is a super nostalgic card. It definitely talks about past relationships or just past events. It definitely also highlights family. As you can see here, you've got the kids playing in the yard. It's also a soulmate card. But it's interesting that that is the overall card, and we are talking about fourth house energy for you guys this month. So don't be surprised if some things surrounding your family, even your relationship kind of show itself at this time, right? So you guys start off with the Page of Wands, the Strength card, and the Death card. Okay, Page of Wands is a young energy. Pages are always messengers. So you may have some messages coming in. I absolutely feel that too because you do have the Eight of Wands here, which is in your environment section. So there may be some messages coming in. This could even be about you guys traveling or someone coming to visit you at this time. Page of Wands is, it's fire energy, and we are in a fire season. We're actually in cardinal fire, which you guys are cardinal earth. So, things are going to start moving much faster than they've been. Now, you've got the Four of Swords here, which is clarifying that Page of Wands. Four of Swords is really about kind of taking a break, taking some time to rest, relax, kind of heal oneself. It does follow the Three of Swords, which is usually about disappointment or heartbreak or some type of a betrayal or just something that's not, the best. And the Four of Swords is where we come to rest and relax and get our head back together and get close to source, right? So yeah, there may be something going on, especially if it has maybe to do with your children or people who are close to you, family. You might even be deciding not to do something that you were going to do originally. Like let's say in terms of travel, if you had some, certain plans. It just feels like there may be some plans that are kind of shifting that maybe you didn't know about it. Maybe that's the message that's coming in, especially if you're planning on doing things with others at this time for this month. Strength card is clarified by the Emperor. So you've got Leo and Aries energy here. These are really bold, strong energies here. What's really interesting is you guys came up in Taurus's reading, and it was really based around relationships. And I think I was talking to them about, along with it being Aries season, people might automatically kind of take on more of those Aries attributes, right? So like whenever we're in Aries season, I find that I'm a little bit more snippy. I can get a little bit more edgy and get a little bit more spicy. Mercury is now always also in Aries. So Mercury was just in Pisces, which I was telling everyone last month to really kind of trust intuition over your logic at that time, just because we were in that Pisces energy and that was going to kind of reign supreme. This, this time around with Mercury being in Aries, it's going to make a lot people seem a lot more aggressive, right? In their speech. Things might come off a little bit more harsh. And this could be because that's literally how they're presenting to you, or this could just be how you are receiving it. But with that Taurus reading, what I was getting at and how you guys came up was, especially if you guys are connected to a Taurus, if that's your partner, you might be a little bit more snippy at this time. So just really try to be mindful of communication, especially with your loved ones, just because there might be a little bit more edge put on things at this time. Some of you guys might be dealing with an Aries, but again, we are in Aries season. I think that you guys there might be some type of a power struggle too, because I feel like you guys, I don't know, it feels like there's almost like this, this need and this intensity and this rush to get things done, but you might be struggling with that. Like, it just feels like there keeps being like little roadblocks, or like where you have to take rest or kind of stop what you're doing for whatever reason. Of course, this is general, so fill in the blanks for you, but just be mindful because you might be a little bit more agitated than normal, right? So with the Death card, we've got the Three of Wands. Yeah, like I told you, I don't know, it almost feels like some plans might be canceled. So you might be getting message of that. Like, this could be, maybe you have a family trip that you were supposed to be doing something, with somebody, and something came up and they can't come, or that type of a thing. But it feels like something's going to be, it's like a little bit of like, like an obstacle to get to somewhere or something, right? You got the Three of Wands here, which is, it's a lot to do with waiting for your ships to sell in. This is, assuming that you've already done the work in terms of making the plans for your next step. And this is you just kind of waiting. This Death card here, like I said, the Scorpio energy with that Scorpio full moon we'll be having at the end of the month. And the fact that you guys, that's really tied to your 11th house. This might be you guys even stopping with something. So maybe even associating with certain people or certain causes. It just feels like there's something in your life that's shifting in a pretty big way, and then you've got these cards about travel too. So there's some type of travel or movement that's happening too, which may be the cause for all this as well. Now, in your environment with that Eight of Wands, you've got the Hierophant card. So again, there's that Taurus energy that now pops up into your read. So maybe you are connected to a Taurus, maybe you're married to a Taurus, maybe there's travel involved. Maybe this is just about you connecting with someone in general or something in general, and it's going to, cause you to either, to shift in some sort of way in order to do so. Eight of Wands is about communication, yes, but it's about, swift movement. Things are happening fast. It also talks about travel. This month is going to feel a lot faster because we are in that Aries season. Strength card. We got Strength here too. So some of you guys, there's a Leo that's pretty important at this time. It just feels like there's a lot that you're trying to get done and you've got some obstacles, but it's like almost as soon as they open up, things are going to start happening fast. And then here's that Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a very defensive energy. I think that goes back to that kind of that communication. And, okay, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. I just feel like some of you guys are going to be feeling a little bit frustrated and agitated. Now, it's really, really interesting because out of all these cards, the only kind of swordsy energy I got was Four of Swords, right? And that's about taking a break or taking a rest from something. It feels like there may be some things that you need to communicate, and I don't see any swords cards out here that would indicate that that's happening, and maybe that's the missing piece. So, yeah. That Mercury in Aries is going to really cause you guys to really want to speak your truth too this month, and kind of in a more demanding way. And I think that's where that Seven of Wands comes from too, because this is someone who's really trying to control their narrative, right? And someone who feels defensive. I mean, it's literally one person fighting these six. So there's something that's going on, but it feels like this is the time. Yeah, there's no communication cards, and I just feel like there needs to be. I think that's the problem. Especially if you're experiencing frustration, you know, with certain roadblocks, because I feel like you guys have people around you who want to support you, but they don't know how if you don't say anything. Now, your last card, oopsie, last card you got here is the Magician. And then now here pops out that Leo card with the Strength again. So you got the Strength card too. That's a big message this month in terms of just like really kind of, I just want to say be mindful before you speak, because I think this is a time where you can easily offend or get offended. Now, Magician, I love. That's the masculine energy. It's really powerful card because this is someone who has the confidence to do what they need to do. This is someone who, you know, is motivated and doesn't really doubt themselves, right? This is someone who can make magic happen, and they know that they have everything that they need in order to do so. They understand that they're beautiful and unique and talented and, you know, all these things in order to make things happen. And I think that's just a reminder that you need. It feels like this month things might get a little overwhelming because it seems like you hit a point where things start moving really, really fast. When Taurus season comes around, I think you'll feel a lot more comfortable, but the beginning of this month might seem like things are moving just a touch fast. Yeah, but lean on the people around you, because again, I do feel like you have good connections around you, but there's something that's off about communication this month, but don't let it build up to a place where, you know, you have to feel like this and, you know, being defensive, because then nobody can hear, right? So you've got the card that is wings. It says you never needed those wings to fly. You know, this card really talks about self-doubt and self-criticism and how important it is that we are, you know, giving ourselves credit and giving ourselves love for how far we've come and all these things, and that we don't really need, you know, anybody else's opinion or approval in order to feel good, right? So maybe there's a little bit of that going on too. You know, if you're frustrated or feeling like you're not getting things done fast enough or things keep happening, you know, sometimes we can be really hard on ourselves, and then it's hard to let other people in and, you know, be there for us. But just understand that, you know, you're amazing, okay? And you're making it happen whether it feels like it or not. Okay, so here's that partnership card. It says, allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. That's great. It's great. And for some of you, your friendships and like your career, your personal life and your career might go hand in hand. And so that could be speaking to that too. Now, two love oracle cards flew out, and so I kept them. We've got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Some of you guys are with your true love right now. And then you've got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from usual type and expectations. I think this is especially true for those of you guys who might be feeling certain frustrations with your relationship. Maybe you got a partner that just does things that you're just like, why does he do that? That doesn't make sense. You know, something like that. This is about just remembering, like, we're all different. We, you know, keep an open mind. And sometimes, you know, I don't know, as long as it's not a non-negotiable, you know, sometimes there's going to be things about your partner that are just aggravating or different. Keep open mind. And for those of you guys who are single and still searching, this is an indication that maybe the person that you're going to end up with is someone completely different than you would ever think, right? Maybe they just are different in every single way, maybe in terms of appearance or personality or like career, whatever it is, but just keep an open mind so that you're not blocking out great potentials. So I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys. I love you very much. I hope you have an amazing season. You know, take it easy and communicate your needs and stick to friends and family who make you feel good. Okay? I love you. Bye.